specific. The Washington Huskies back in 1991 went to the Rose Bowl. And this happens to be my tattoo, but it's not colored, it's a black rose for a car accident that tried to kill me. And the nurses kept picking me up here and they gave me a big scar and I got it right here. So if you're wondering if I have any tattoos, that's what it looks like. And it means the same as the death card, transition. And it also means a death which tried to happen to me, but didn't. And I won't get into that, but that was lots and lots of attempts, let me tell you. Okay, so the Killers, that was the song that was just playing on their album, if you guys like the Killers. Okay, so I did do a little shuffle, but I want to talk about the Brotherhood and the Sisterhood of the Quest. Okay, that's another assignment I want you to look into, because I'm not going to get into what the Brotherhood and the Sisterhood of the Quest is, but I want you to know that my favorite deck of cards is the Mage Tarot deck. And as you know, I'm always talking about questing, the Q card. Quest is the Wands card in this deck. So we'll see if we get any. I did shuffle, and when I shuffled, I got the Hanged Man as the overall energy. And what I want to talk about is the Hanged Man being the new perspective. Okay, if you listened to yesterday's video, and if you did your assignment and did look up the Library of Alexandria, you'll see that the records were burnt, and it said 4th century BC, they were burnt by religious people, and 1300 years we had been in a dark age. So, that's just one little story. There's so many. And what I'm trying to get at with the energy is that it's new perspective. Just like this shirt. This shirt's from 1991. I'll bet you any money if you talk to somebody that was in the Huskies in 1991 or attended the Rose Bowl, right, in Washington, 1991, they would have a different perspective of things in 2024. Okay, now I lived up in Aberdeen, Washington for a while and opened up a sobriety house, and that's how I got this t-shirt, was from being up there, not in 1991. This was 2015, 16, 17 area. But I like thrift stores, and in AA clubs, we like to share clothes with other people. So that's where it came from. Now, I just happened to have it at this house because I told you I sold all my houses with all my stuff in them, went with the houses. So whatever was left in this house is what's mine to keep. So it's bittersweet is what it is. But I have a whole new perspective on things, okay? The Hanged Man with the Lovers underneath it is telling me that the new perspective should come in the love department, okay? The Lovers card also means there's going to be a choice. We've been getting the Two of Swords card all week. So you're probably going to have to choose between a couple people. And the reason I say this is because not all of us are getting our twin. Some of us are getting a soulmate, a mission partner, someone to do your mission with and complete it. So it doesn't have to be sexual. It doesn't even have to be monetary, but it's somebody to do your mission with. So I call it a mission partner, but it's a soulmate, okay? Now, some of you are getting your twin and there won't be no decision to make because you'll just be like, oh yeah, that's him. That's the other half of me. So we have to have a new perspective on the love department. Now, the Six of Swords is a really good card. It's a journey card. So what it's telling me, even though you can't see it too well, in a boat, you can't see it too well, but the point I'm trying to make with this is that you're both moving towards it. Remember a few weeks ago I said you had to get balanced out? Well, you're balanced out. Really is. It doesn't take long. Now, remember I mentioned the Two of Swords, and that's up next. So, here's what I want to explain. Okay? The Two of Swords, I just explained it. You have more than one person coming in, but if it's your twin, it will just be a really easy choice. The blindfold will have fallen off. And on this card, I believe it looks like she's wearing it as a bandana. So the blindfold's off. Also, I want to point out on this card that she has one sword on her left shoulder and one holding the pentacle. She's made her decision. And her decision is the King of Pentacles type of person. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean you're a gold digger. That doesn't mean you're out with somebody just for money, but you want somebody stable that can take care of his own, that isn't going to mess with your money if you have any, or you're not going to mess with his money, but you're going to come together and be abundant together. So don't forget, Pentacles isn't always about money, it's about abundance, stability. And in this deck, she's made her choice. Her bandana's on top of her forehead. She's got the King of Pentacles sword out, and the Sword of Truth is up on her left shoulder. Okay, Judgment. I was mentioning Judgment XX. It has been called. Now, I know yesterday and the day before I said it was coming. Well, things are moving really fast right now. Really fast. We're shifting, we're leveling up, we're shifting, we're leveling up, because things are really, really happening now, especially because of the worldly events that have been taking place. Okay, remember, we're taking the stuff from the 5D and higher and bringing it into the movie. And the movie here, the politics have changed. So far, the money hasn't changed, but that's going to change. There's been drip, drip, drip of information coming out that is startling. So things are changing. Judgment has been called, though. So what I mean by that is, if you were wondering about your mission, we're going to go back to the Two of Swords. It's been called, okay? You've decided in Astro who you want and how you want this to play out. We did have to do some rearranging in our soul contracts because not everybody passed their test. Now, I know I could go deep into all of this stuff, but I'll just kind of do it basically. We all had tests to pass. If you passed them, let's say you moved on to the next level. If you didn't pass them, then you stayed behind and had to try it again. I always say to people, it's like incident after incident until you get it right, okay? Kind of like the banana cake. You keep on making it till you get the blue ribbon, okay? We don't settle for red and green. We're going for the blue ribbon. Okay, so some of you had to rewrite your contract because the person couldn't get it. They didn't take the advice of you need to go to rehab. They didn't take the advice of you need to go celibate. They didn't take the advice that you need to put God first. All these you should, they, as soon as they heard the word should, they just shut you out. Unsubscribed, not going to listen. Don't tell me what to do. Well, that's fine. That's good. I don't want you on the channel. But the point is, you don't get to go with me. I'm going to my next level. That's what you're saying. That's what's happening. So if you're feeling alone, well, duh, that's why. And you don't have to Google the word duh. We all know what that means. Okay, so we've got Judgment and the Two of Swords. She's made her decision. Judgment's been called. And look at this. This is the wildest thing. This is the 6th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's exactly what I said. The Brotherhood, Sisterhood of Questing. So, no, I didn't have the card stacked, but I did shuffle them. And King of Questing. So, I felt the Knight of Questing a lot because of the fact of the incoming is so quick, and knights are always on horses. But this is even better because this means that you did it. And Eight of Wands is next. So you've got some incoming fast communication with the King of Wands, but it's not the King of Wands that's wishy-washy. This is the King of Wands that's Hierophant energy. And I mean Hierophant energy. And when I said you wanted your abundance, right? You picked the sword of abundance and you have the sword of truth on your left side. That's because you and him are from the Brotherhood and the Sisterhood of the Quest. So now I would like to get into the assignment. I would like you to check out the Great White, and that's and the Great White Brotherhood. Okay. um, Once bitten, twice shy. And the guy from Great White recently passed. And the Great White Brotherhood is what we're talking about. Okay. This is he's a king from the Brotherhood of the Quest. And he's sitting on his throne. So I couldn't have picked that card out if I wanted to. So that's what I'm trying to tell you about tarot. It's so awesome. Okay, now we've got the manifestation. You manifested this, and I told you that we did this through rearranging our soul contracts. We passed the test, our soulmate didn't. They get dropped on. We keep going, going, going. We get new soulmates. We get new assignments. We get new missions. This is like the card, Three of Pentacles. Okay. So you see there's three different ones she has there. Who's going to make it to be her partner and finish the mission? She's got Three Pentacles up there. Well, somebody did. And he's full of truth. And he's from the Brotherhood and the Sisterhood of the Quest. So make sure to look that up because this is really, really important. Okay, so basically what you're doing is you're looking for the hidden treasures in life. And I just exploded and gave you a huge, huge astro download. Okay, about divine love. Now, remember back here, we had new perspective and the Lover's card, and I went on to explain about the journey and the choice because judgment's called and the King of Q is here. Your manifestation's paid off and it's coming in soon, okay? Well, the next deck, Divinely Guided Tarot, is Hidden Treasure with Divine Love. So it's saying the same exact thing. Abundance, pentacles, divine love. Okay? Saying the exact same thing. And why? Because you are chosen, you're royal blood, and this is the ancestry working itself out. That simple. Okay? And then the last deck, your warnings. Here's your warnings. Don't be so sensitive. You've heard that a lot in the AA program. Don't be so sensitive. Don't take yourself so seriously. Okay? If somebody calls you a name, oh well. If somebody listens to this video and you send it to them and they think you're a crackpot, who cares? Okay? Don't be so sensitive. Now, the other warning is resolution. Know that judgment's been called in the astral, and we're bringing it in to this realm. The Devil card has been with the Destiny card. That's beautiful energy, okay? Why? Because the Sun card is next. So a favorable outcome, the happiest card in the deck, your destiny, you're the star over the devil. So you won, okay? So in the other realms, you've won. So when Tasha says it's scary and it's rough, I want to point them words out, and I want to tell you to not be saying them words because you've already won. It's not scary and it's not rough. And judgment's been called, okay? Rewind the whole video and listen to it. Check out what I tell you to check out on the assignments. So you're going to dive into what? Yes, the Great White Brotherhood. We are sisters and brothers of the quest. All right, so that is heavy duty stuff. So no, it's not rough. No, it's not scary. Give yourself a pat on the back. Now, I'm not saying it wasn't scary and it wasn't rough, because I'll tell you what, every one of us can say that. But what I'm saying is don't confirmation, the whole phone moved, okay? Don't keep saying them words because you already won. It's like you're a Washington Husky and you went to the Rose Bowl and you win. Woohoo! So I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.